He stood at the gate with a kitchen knife saying he's going to stab police.
Crime is on the rise.
Armed with an axe and a machete.
Trying to break into 2 separate houses.
But cometh the hour.
More units, more units.
Cometh the Interceptors.
Get on the floor! Out and running, out and running.
We're riding with West Yorkshire's elite. Alongside their pursuit drivers.
Contact, stand by.
On target with their firearms unit. In the air with their eye in the sky.
Off and running, off and running.
This is the front line in the fight against crime.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
This is Police Interceptors.
I cannot believe we get paid to do this.
Yeah.
Coming up,
Maintain your positions.
the full force of the firearms team. A spiky end to a high-speed pursuit.
Try and sting it.
And there's a gatecrasher in Leeds.
He's gone off-road. And he's crashed into loads of barriers.
It's estimated organised crime costs the UK economy £37 billion each year and brings untold misery to the victims. In West Yorkshire, there are 146 active organised crime gangs. Their numbers are increasing.
Can you stand there for me?
But the Interceptors are fighting back. The firearms team are being briefed on a raid on a house.
The primary intention is to execute a Section 8 search warrant.
There's believed to be drug dealing, weapons and suspects, including one wanted on recall to prison.
His intent, we believe, is to continue to feud with other organised crime groups and intimidate victims by use of viable firearms.
With the possibility of weapons in the property, it's a full firearms deployment. Backed up by dog handler Duncan Matthews.
We've had the authorities, we've had the briefing, everybody's in place. We've got, obviously, the firearms teams and myself. We've also got the HART team, the Hazardous Area Response Team, which are the ambulance crews should something happen.
This is one interceptor who loves taking his work home. Duncan and his 30-kilo German Shepherd Tia live together and have been chasing down West Yorkshire's criminals for over 7 years.
We'll form up in convoy and then we'll roll on to the address.
The Interceptors roll out.
When we first roll on to the address, I'll be here. Should somebody run off as soon as we start, then I'll be there to deploy the dog.
It's 3 a.m. on a Monday morning. The streets are quiet as the team pull up. They surround the house and start at the back. With the possibility of weapons in the property, they're not taking any chances.
Maintain your positions.
These are the sort of scenarios the Interceptors train long and hard for. They're ready to move in.
Just waiting for the authority from the firearms commander, and then what we'll do, we'll then start putting some challenges in and give them the opportunity to come out of the address.
Time for a morning wake-up call. Despite several attempts to make contact, there's no answer.
That's a negative response to verbal challenges. Say thank you. Approach team, permission to move forward.
It's time to move in.
Right side
right, take top features.
The team edge slowly forward, and despite a bulletproof shield for protection, they're still vulnerable. They hear someone coming to the door.
Coming towards us now. Attack back up.
But coming face to face with the barrel of a semi-automatic has sent the man fleeing back into the house.
Don't give up your ground now, fellas. I'm happy. If you're happy, keep your ground.
The firearms team back up to allow the man to come out.
Occupants, come to the back door now!
With no place to hide, the man re-emerges and surrenders. Smart move.
So, can I know what you're looking for?
No. We ask questions. What's your name? Come to on the steps.
With one suspect in cuffs, attention turns to the lower floor. It looks like an entire CCTV system has been installed. Organised crime groups often use this type of security to monitor unwanted guests. And they won't be best pleased to see this morning's visitors.
Take a look at that door as well while you're there.
Tia watches on as the firearms unit head down the stairs to gain entry.
Contact!
They spot two occupants.
What's going on?
Stay still! Stay there! Start walking slowly.
Staring down the barrel of a gun,
You got it!
the suspects are led out.
Stop. Turn around! Turn around! Your hands on your head! Stay there. Spread your legs. Spread your legs.
Down to your knees. Down to your knees.
One is cuffed and led away. The second occupant soon follows.
You got him?
Follow that now.
Keep walking towards it. Keep walking towards me until I tell you to, otherwise. You understand? Keep walking. Keep walking. Stop! Turn around.
Targeted with a taser, the lad does as he's told.
Your hands up your head.
The two suspects are out, in cuffs, and being questioned.
Is there anything that's going to hurt us in that flat? Your honesty now will go a long way.
But he's keeping tight-lipped.
I want to know if there's any drugs, I want to know if there's any guns, and I want to know if there's any weapons in there that's going to hurt my officers when they go in.
So far, it's been a textbook operation with 3 suspects nicked.
What's your name again?
Blackmail and a blackmail.
You away from it? You clear?
They believe someone else may be inside.
Yeah, come on, mate.
Come round to you and use the secondary entry point.
With the rear of the house secured, they head round to the front.
Going to do it that way, save the approach. I'm going to come around to the front of the...
Occupants! Come to the door! Show yourselves now! Stay out the way!
Again, no response. But there's one member of the team who can hunt down a criminal, no matter how good their hiding place.
I should be able to send it from back here.
Fearless Tia is about to enter the unknown.
Leave for the dog! Show yourself!
The Interceptors have raided a property believed to have links with organised crime and suspected to contain drugs and weapons.
Come to the door! Show yourselves now!
3 men have already been arrested,
Keep walking. Stop!
What's your name, love?
but the suspect they were after is still outstanding. And officers believe there could still be someone hiding inside.
Occupants, come to the door! Show yourselves now! Stay out the way!
Dog handler Duncan prepares his trusty Tia for entry.
Come down behind. Please for the dog. Show yourself, we'll send the dog.
She's going in. If she finds anyone, she'll bark.
Get on. Go on, get on.
But all is quiet, and she returns to Duncan.
Come, Tim. Dog's safe, no indications.
No indication, mate, ready for us to go forward.
OFC acknowledge, no indication, thank you. OFC approach, over to you, search to contact to clear the premises.
With an all clear from Tia, the firearms team enter and make a discovery in the bedroom. It's a significant cannabis grow. Time to search the rest of the house.
Come to the top of the stairs. Do it now.
They would send Tia, but there's a problem.
There's a load of live wires, I'm not sending her in.
Duncan spotted some dodgy wiring, so it's too dangerous for Tia.
As you're going up, someone's directly, it could be directly above you.
The firearms team need to do it alone.
You're right, we've got the stairs, please. Thank you.
It's empty of people, but full of mature cannabis plants. This haul has a potential street value of around £100,000. They may not have got the man they wanted, but they have stopped a cannabis grow on an industrial scale.
I mean, the whole building is just set up for this. Every room practically in there is a cannabis grow. There's varying stages of plants in there, that's from some small seedlings right up to some large mature plants. They're probably quite good at growing plants, but they're not great at electrics, so you've just got extension cable onto extension cable and bypassed fuse boxes, and it's just a mess. It's an absolute health hazard. This is why we couldn't send Tia in. She's obviously not been on an electrician's course, so she doesn't know which is a live wire or not.
A further search downstairs reveals more drugs, mobile phones, SIM cards, a hatchet, a machete, baseball bats and knives.
This is obviously through to one of the main grows, but what we've also noticed down behind the fridge as well, you've got a big wad of cash. This is definitely done by an organised crime group, this will be. So this isn't just a one-man operation. I've no doubt the people we've got this aren't the ones making the money from it. The people that have been brought out of this address today will literally just be the workers. They're just your staff floor workers.
The first suspect was arrested for production of cannabis. The other two were arrested for possession of Class A and B drugs. The investigation into them and the original suspect is ongoing.
No.
Cloning a vehicle is when the number plate of a car is copied and used on a similar car for nefarious reasons.
They're the original plates for it.
And criminals in cloned cars aren't keen on being caught.
Out, bailing out and running.
In Leeds, an Interceptor is behind a suspected cloned BMW. They need to get it stopped, so another unit approaches from the front in a bid to block it off. But the BMW mounts the pavement and boots it. It's raining, the roads are busy, and they're pursuing a high-powered motor heading straight towards the city centre.
X-ray Romeo 25 urgent, vehicle failing to stop, Lima Sierra 57, Victor, Hotel November.
The Beamer pulls out past the blue car, narrowly avoiding a head-on with an oncoming van.
Potential cloned vehicle, I'm on a Shrewsbury Road heading towards Leeds City Centre, speeding 60 mile an hour, traffic is medium, it's safe to continue.
The driver swerves in and out of traffic in a bid to shake the cops.
It's A653, still heading towards Leeds City Centre at this time.
He's heading for the busy city centre, where the risk of a collision increases. So the Interceptors back off, but the suspect hits the gas and flies through a series of red lights.
Yes, straight through a red light on Tuesday Road, heading towards Leeds City Centre. Again, straight through a red light where the Clayton Hotel is on the left-hand side, and another red light. It's now Meadow Road towards Leeds City Centre.
That's 3 jumped reds in a row. He's hell-bent on escape. But could traffic put a dent in his getaway plan?
Yes, acknowledged. He's now held in traffic. Again towards Leeds City Centre. It's a collision with 2 vehicles.
The only dent is to the other cars caught up in this desperate driver's path.
He is continuing towards Leeds City Centre.
And he continues to put himself and other road users in danger.
Still free on route and Scooter Road. He's gone wrong side of the road. He has gone back onto the correct side of the road.
The pursuit is now in central Leeds, and he hasn't come to grab a bargain.
It's now Neville Street. I'm going through Leeds City Centre onto Bishopgate Street, and it's now Wellington Street, heading out of the centre.
The pavements are busy with shoppers, and the Interceptors have a plan. They're trying to get units ahead to try and sting the runaway Beamer.
It's a right onto King Street. I'm aware of the TPAC unit behind me. At the earliest opportunity, you want to come past.
There's now another unit behind the lead pursuit car, so the Interceptors prepare for a TPAC manoeuvre.
Stand by, it's going to Queen Street now, and it's going to be a left onto Queen Street.
But before the police can think of deploying their tactic, the Beamer has one of its own.
He's gone off-road, and he's crashed into loads of barriers. It's going to be an abort. Abort!
And this is one manoeuvre the Interceptors decide not to follow.
He's gone off-road, and he's crashed into loads of barriers. It's going to be an abort.
The cloned car was later found abandoned nearby. And the driver was never traced. But it's one cloned vehicle involved in crime off the roads. The driver may have got away, but when the bad guys decide to make off,
He's off.
there's one tool in the Interceptors' armoury that they don't want to run into.
Confirmed Stinger sight. Vehicle stung.
The Stinger. These spike strips have been stopping criminals in their tracks since their introduction to UK police forces in the mid-90s. And an escaping car criminal's worst nightmare? A Stinger in the hands of a skilled operator like Kev Shaw. This Interceptor has a sweet tooth for cakes, but it's the metal teeth on his Stinger trap that'll be biting into something tonight. Kev's making his way to a pursuit of a Toyota Prius that's made off from local units.
Yeah, Factor 8, I've got a vehicle feeling stop. Currently on Ice Lane.
Single-crewed Kev draws on his 16 years' experience of policing the local roads to second-guess the Prius's escape route.
3-1, show me on it. I'm on Toller Lane.
The chase is just a mile away.
Going down to the roundabout now with Duckworth Lane. And we've got left onto Duckworth Lane.
The fleeing Prius is driving dangerously at speed, and it's heading towards Kev.
Requesting traffic, dogs, and fast as possible, please.
Might come this way, I think.
Still towards Duckworth Lane Hospital.
The pursuit is now only quarter of a mile away. Kev needs to act fast.
Romeo 3-1, I'm code 6 Duckworth Lane. I'm going to try and sting it.
He's got moments to prepare his trap. The chase is 200 metres away. 100. Incoming.
Stung.
It's a direct hit. Kev has stung the getaway car successfully. The Stinger is designed to let the tyres down gradually so the vehicle doesn't veer out of control. With the Prius running on borrowed time, it's a race to get packed up.
Get back in.
And finish this job off.
What was location, car?
think it's up on Woodlands Road, just off the roundabout.
Before Kev can get there, news comes through that the Stinger has done its job and the driver is out and running.
Foxtrot 1-1 out and running on spot 1.
But his colleague has managed to catch him.
Pass 8, drive retained. Whitby Terrace.
As he makes his way to the scene, Kev reflects on a successful sting operation.
So that's what being at right place at right time. It's very rare that we can get a car what's coming towards you. I don't want it to carry on where it's going to endanger people, my colleagues, me, the members of the public, other road users. So to get a Stinger out to take its tyres out, he's had to dump the car because it's become undrivable. So we'll just see how many tyres I've managed to get out of it. All 4 went over it, so I'm hoping I got all 4.
The main prize is one dangerous driver off the road, but the bonus for an Interceptor is nailing a full set of tyres. Kev inspects his handiwork.
2. Did I get 4? Absolutely marvellous. Well done.
It's 4 of a kind for Kev, and perfect teamwork with his colleague Sam, who pursued and caught the runaway driver.
Well done, nice commentary. Cheers. Who is it?
Not sure. Can't ask for his
Hello, mate. You alright, mate? What's with this then? With what? Oh, dear me.
The suspect remains poker-faced, but the Interceptors hold all the cards.
That is what we joined this job for, to stop cars, and it's basically, I've stung it, and he's had to leave the car. End of the day, we've got the car stopped, we've got it recovered, he's been arrested, and that's it, no one's been hurt, no one's been damaged. So anyway, I've managed to sting it, and so yeah, job well done.
The driver was later charged with dangerous driving, driving whilst disqualified and without insurance, and is currently wanted on warrant. And if this wasn't reward enough for Kev, his dab hand with a Stinger has earned him something special. A hedgehog badge.
So this arrived from Stinger from earlier on this week, and after you submit a report, basically tell him that you've stung a car, how many wheels you've taken out, and circumstances of it. And then, because it's successful, they send you this little beauty. It is like a badge of honour.
And who better to present Kev with his hedgehog honour than his old mate, Spenner.
This is my training of Kev complete. I've shown him everything now. Look, he's finally the fruits of his labour. PC Shaw, look after it.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Coming up,
Hey boy.
kids behaving badly.
Currently locked up for a fray, mate.
Ain't nothing wrong, sir.
And Spenner sniffs out some porky pies.
Please don't treat us like morons.
Oh, that's what you said.
I asked you what your name is.
Some kids the Interceptors deal with are as nice as pie.
I'm not very good at flossing.
But others
How old are you? 12 now. 12? Yeah, that.
are bad eggs.
70 miles an hour.
Steve Oliver is blue lighting over to a pursuit of a Ford Focus, believed to have been stolen by teenagers.
We've got a vehicle failing stop for a firearms unit in Leeds, which is just across this side of Leeds for us. So we're going to head over as the TPAC unit.
Being a family liaison officer and a road death investigator, Steve sees the sometimes fatal consequences of reckless kids in cars. Up ahead, the fleeing Focus has crashed and come to a stop. Steve pulls up on scene. The lads in the car have legged it, but a firearms officer is after them and returns with a successful catch.
Got some cuffs, mate. Stay there. Stay there. All right.
Steve does the honours and cuffs the youth.
Which one's this? Driver. Beautiful.
It's the suspect they wanted, the driver. This kid isn't even old enough to take a driving test, yet he's making off from police in a stolen car.
Silly boy.
The only vehicle this lad belongs in is the back of a police car. So the lad's acting up, but he's facing serious charges.
Dangerous driving.
Yeah, TWOC as well as stolen.
So it's aggravated TWOC, innit? Yeah. Good result. It's a stolen vehicle, driven dangerously for the firearms unit. Obviously, as we've been coming along, we've just managed to get on the back of it, just as it's bailed out from it. And this lad's a driver, so I think there's 2 or 3 others we haven't seen them bailed out. But it's always good to get a stolen vehicle back and get somebody in the vehicle as well. Good job.
The lad is on his way to the nick and is blaming the wet conditions for his capture. But Steve isn't convinced he's got the next Lewis Hamilton in the back.
It's not dry. You're not a very good driver. You've crashed.
Now it's a meeting with the duty sergeant.
Jordan, stand there for me, mate.
Do you want someone notified apart from your mum?
Just my mum.
Just your mum.
Although the kid has been acting the big man, he's still calling for his mum.
They've been in the police for the last however many years. You've always had kids doing it, whether they be 13, 14, 15, 16. It's sad. I don't think the kids who start nicking cars that early are ever going to stop nicking cars. He clearly thinks he's the best driver in the world anyway. I don't think he's ever going to change that. I don't think his ego is ever going to let him change it. I think he's down a slippery slope to probably crashing his car one day and getting hurt or spending a lot of time inside.
But it's not just nicking cars that the region's troublesome teens are up to. Steve is straight back out on patrol and pulled over by a bouncer who has just witnessed a fight.
We've had a guy beat up really bad down here, but the guys have done it are just here. And you know, he's had his head stamped on, kicked in, we've had to get an ambulance for him.
Brilliant. Which ones are the ones who've done it? The red coat one just down there?
Yeah, red hood, red arms, blue chest.
Just speaking to one of the door staff down on Sackville Street, they've had a gentleman assaulted quite badly, head stamped on. Suspect's still here. We're just going to go and see if we can detain him.
With the victim potentially seriously injured, it's vital to get the suspects off the street. A couple of local units have the suspect in the blue and red coat in hand. And Steve is pointed towards his 2 mates trying to make off in a taxi. But this ride is going nowhere.
I'll get out, I'll get out, I'll get out.
You will. Stay there for me.
I'll get out.
Steve takes no risks, and this suspected street fighter is straight into cuffs.
Hands to the front. There you go, mate. Come out. Face car for me. You got anything in your pockets I need to be aware of? Anything sharp?
Despite the young lad having blood on his hands, he protests his innocence.
Mind done nothing wrong, sir?
Currently locked up for a fray, mate.
What's a fray?
It means you've been seen fighting in the street.
I ain't done out, sir.
He's suspected of a fray, but if the victim were to press charges, the crime would change to assault.
Why are you recording me?
Steve takes one of the suspects to the nick, while the other 2 travel by van.
Yes, push it for me up. Easy. Yeah.
Right. See you down there.
It's the first meeting with a duty sergeant for the suspect, but not for Steve.
This is the second time tonight I've been stuck in a booth.
Because you're only 16, we'll need to get an appropriate adult for yourself. Is there somebody that will be able to come down and act as an appropriate adult?
Like your parents?
Yeah.
Thanks, you got blood on you there. Is that from somebody else or yourself? So, where from? Nose, okay.
A nosebleed doesn't explain his ripped t-shirt, and a ruined top is the least of this lad's worries after a discovery in his man bag.
Oh, beautiful. You're also under arrest on suspicion of Class A drugs. So you don't have to say anything but Miami defence if you don't mention one question, something later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
His night's gone from bad to worse.
What's that, Bill? What have we got? Supply.
1, 2, 3.
So to supply and cash.
Yeah.
It's 7 wraps of a white substance believed to be cocaine, plus 150 quid cash, though he's now facing supply of a Class A drug.
Possession with intent to supply, mate. You understand that?
It's not mine, but yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
And the eagle-eyed duty sergeant has spotted another problem.
According to this passport, you were born 2000, correct?
Yeah.
So whose is this? Is that not you?
The passport reads his date of birth as 2000, but the lad claims to be 16, meaning it should read 2002.
Oh, I see what you've done. You've been changing this passport.
No.
James, just have a look.
In a bid to appear of age, the 16-year-old has stuck a sticker over his date of birth to make him look 2 years older.
2002, that's when I was born.
Your passport dated 2000.
If you look, can you look closely?
Yeah, stuck it over the top.
Yeah.
I can pull off the zero that's been stuck on over the top, so I think that probably means you have.
So you're not
This lad might be better off using his stickers for his sticker book.
There you go, mate. Enjoy.
So you got 16-year-old kids dealing drugs and stamping on people's heads.
The drugs turned out to be cocaine, and the suspect awaits his day in court. No further action was taken for all 3 men with respect to the affray charges. The investigation into the runaway driver is ongoing. Being lied to comes as par for the course for a West Yorkshire interceptor.
People will try their utmost in order to try and get away with committing an offence. But nothing beats that copper's intuition on knowing whether or not you're being lied to.
On patrol tonight, with a combined experience of over 30 years, is Kev Shaw and Chris Spencer Spencer. These two have been around the block a few times and are masters in the fine art of sniffing out porky pies. Up in front, a smart car has aroused their suspicions.
So this car in front, we're just doing a quick check on it, and it's saying that the MOT is expired on it.
An old smart car is valued at about £1,000. Approximately $1 million less than Spenner's dream motor, the McLaren P1. But all cars need an MOT. And Spenner hits the blues.
Hello, my friend. Do us a favour, turn engine off, just jump it back, please. Hello, is it your car?
Yes, it is, yeah.
What's your name?
Shaban.
Shaban, just jump in, please.
That's fine.
How long have you had it?
I've had it, what, the car?
Yeah.
I've had it for about 4 years.
4 years, awesome. You got any driving documents?
No, I don't know.
Shaban claims not to have any documents on him, so they'll need to check to see if he is who he says he is. First up, the reason for pulling him over.
Your MOT, when was it last done?
MOT, I don't know.
Yeah. It's expired, mate, in September.
Oh, has it?
Yes. So, on that alone, you've committed an offence. You don't have to say anything, but may have your defence if you don't mention one question, something which will later rely in court. Anything you do say may be in evidence.
That's fine. That's fine, yeah.
Shaban doesn't seem too bothered, but an MOT fine can be up to £1,000. So perhaps he's flush, or maybe he's hiding something else.
Who's put that picture on?
It looks like one of yours.
Doesn't it? Take off your hat, mate.
Spenner checks the man against a picture on the police database of the registered keeper.
Very confused.
I'm just checking you out who you say you are, that's all.
And Kev isn't convinced with the details the suspect has given them.
So what's your real name?
Shaban.
Spenner's spidey sense is also tingling. Time for a little digging.
Are you known to the police? Have you been arrested?
Nope.
you got any points on your licence now? Shaban. S-H-A-B.
But after some checks, they have intel this man isn't a Shaban, but is in fact a Kasim.
Linked to Kazim.
All right, so you're Kazim then?
Who?
You.
Who's that?
The man is still playing a game, but Spenner has a few tricks up his sleeve.
I'll tell you what, pass your phone for a sec.
That's what I'm saying.
That's me, yeah.
Yeah, Kazim.
Kasim, yeah.
Yeah, well, you just said
You said you're Shaban.
You said who's a car registered? No, I didn't.
Unfortunately for Kasim, the camera never lies.
Is it your car?
Yes, it is, yeah.
What's your name?
Shaban.
Shaban. So what's your real name?
Shaban.
The man's web of deceit has riled Spenner.
Please don't treat us like morons.
No, that's what you said.
No, I didn't ask. I asked
what's
you
your
what
name?
your name is.
My name's Kasim.
Right.
It soon becomes clear why the man formerly known as Shaban was telling a tall story.
Do you have a licence, Kasim?
No, I don't.
Right. That's what I was getting at. Right.
Oh my God.
Are you disqualified still?
I don't have a licence.
Without a licence or insurance, Kasim will also be without a car.
Could you organise a vehicle recovery for us, please? No licence, no insurance.
You're going to be reported for using a vehicle without MOT, using a vehicle without a driver's licence, well, drive otherwise in accordance with a licence, and no insurance. Okay, the car will be seized. You'll get some paperwork for someone to get it back. That's what we're getting at.
Ridiculous, that.
And there's just time to update the police photo album.
Do us a favour, mate. I'm just going to take another picture because it's been a while since we've taken it.
Getting younger or what?
You're getting older like the rest of us, mate. So you can't really be like that. Just no, take it off for us, pal. Because
there you go.
You know, that's better.
Say cheese.
Look at that there. You could have that on a dating site.
Oh, yes.
See you later.
The suspect was a convincing liar, but it'll take more than that to get one past this pair.
You smoke and mirrors all the time. You've got to have your wits about you because they'll try any trick in book. And it's a great place to work because it makes you a better cop because you really have to know your stuff. And it's always that little bit of pride that I haven't had the wool pulled over my eyes. So you can go for a walk in a minute now.
The suspect was reported for driving with no licence, no MOT and no insurance. He awaits his day in court.
First rule of Bradford policing, discount everything anyone ever tells you first off, because it's probably a total lie. Jump out.
Still to come.
Jump me back.
An uninsured driver faces a trip home in his pyjamas.
I'm in my pyjama bottoms and a dressing room, mate. Do you really think I can walk home like this?
It's a criminal offence to drive a car without insurance in the UK. It's over 1 million still do.
With the pay at the moment, you are using that motor vehicle without insurance.
And every 3 days, someone is involved in an uninsured or hit-and-run accident. Back out on patrol tonight is Spenner with rookie Vicky Arundale. The car in front comes up as having no insurance, so it's time for a chat.
Hey buddy, you alright? How you doing? Turn it off. Jump out. Oh, handbrake. Jump me back.
Both lads are in their pyjamas. That's not a crime, but driving without insurance is.
Is it your car?
It's my girlfriend's.
What's your name?
Yeah.
What insurance? Drive that car?
I should be on it with her.
No, you're not.
No?
No on this.
He claims to be on his girlfriend's insurance, but the car isn't insured at all.
There is no insurance for it?
There's no insurance for it at all?
Nah.
Oh, then you better girlfriend paying it, mate. So.
Is it?
Yeah.
Probably should give her a ring then, shouldn't we? See what she's got to say.
Pyjama man calls his girlfriend.
I've just been pulled by the police and the car's saying it's got no insurance.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh.
You've been paying it, haven't you? Yeah.
When did you insure it?
I can't remember when it got clamped.
And that would have been about April, wasn't it?
They insist they insured the car a while back, so Spenner runs a check.
Just do us a VI check when you get a moment, please. Have you got any documents or any emails or anything like that?
I might have them on my phone. I can have a look.
Have a look, chick, and then if you find them, ring us. All right?
Right, I shall have a look.
Cheers.
But she might save her efforts as the check comes in.
The 3,000 vehicle had insurance. Holding the 3rd of October, it had insurance. On the 4th, there was no insurance.
It seems someone has cancelled their policy.
So it got cancelled on the 3rd of October.
Why would the insurance... It didn't get cancelled. She changed it into her name in April.
Right.
Despite the man's protests, he wasn't even on the previous policy.
Your name wasn't on that policy anyway. So it ain't insured and you weren't insured anyway. So having no insurance is an offence. I've got to tell you that.
Yeah, but
you're going to be...
Because I was insured on it.
That doesn't help yet, but that doesn't help if you're involved in a crash, does it?
Claiming you thought you were insured is not a defence, and a car without insurance means one thing.
The recovery in the car. It was cancelled in October.
The man doesn't fancy walking home in his pyjamas, so desperately pleads his innocence.
We haven't cancelled it, mate.
Yeah, I kind of get that, but it's been cancelled. It's been cancelled.
We pay for it because it comes out of the bank every month.
I ain't going to sit and have this into a debating session, all right?
I'll ring you back because I don't even know I'm going to get home.
It's up to drivers to check their insurance, and Spenner, who's heard every excuse under the sun, has little sympathy.
Right, let me explain this. So the car's getting seized.
How am I supposed to get home?
Walk. Or get a taxi.
Look at me. Does it look like I've got money on me?
I don't know.
I'm in my pyjama bottoms and a dressing room, mate. Do you really think I can walk home like this?
Why don't you take some responsibility for your actions? There'd be a starter for 10, eh?
The pyjama boys look ready for bed, so Spenner tries to sort them a lift home.
Do you have a taxi number?
Dude, again, no money, in pyjama bottoms.
Dude, do you have money at your house?
Huh? That's not the point, dude. I am not getting in a taxi like this.
Fine, then walk up the street then. Walk up the street, go in a taxi.
But this dude refuses to take a taxi.
Take my car. What do I think I can do? Huh? Take a car and leave him here. What can I do?
What about all of my stuff?
You can get it back.
It's going to be uber safe in the police compound if you don't want to get it back now.
Before the walk home, the lad says his goodbyes, starting with the cameraman.
Right. You can get that... Dude, I swear to God. Point the camera at me one more time and I will shove it where the sun don't shine.
Which might be threatening had he not been wearing pyjamas and a dressing gown. He manages to find another top in his car and now wants Spenner's number for a hot date.
Do me a bit, I want your number at all. Right downstairs.
It's on that bit of paper I've just given you.
Right, have it. So I'll make it tomorrow when I find it.
Look forward to it.
Looks like this is one pyjama party that Spenner isn't invited to.
Unfortunately, he won't take any responsibility for his own actions. My car's insured, I know it is, I make sure of it. You have to do it, don't you? It's part and parcel of being a grown-up. I thought he was going to be nice to me then. He didn't disappoint though, he wasn't. Sticks and stones though, that's what my mum always said.
Yeah, sticks and stones don't hurt, my fist do.
You can't say it whilst you're walking away though, it's not as... it's funny.
Stand by, contact with the subject vehicle.
Crime is on the rise.
Keep your hands up! Hands on your head!
So it's time to fight back.
Do not move! Do not move!
Battling on the front line are Nottinghamshire's finest.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! I'm going to back right now!
Highly trained pursuit drivers.
Right. Box on. Stop.
Specialists in entry and search.
Safety on.
Rapid response firearms officers.
We know you've got shotguns in there, mate. Shots fired!
And the crime-stopping force of the dog unit.
Dog's got one.
Stay where you are!
Wherever the battle takes them, they'll never back down.
Police officer!
Because cometh the hour,
Running, running!
Hands on your head!
cometh the Interceptors.
All in a day's work.
Coming up,
High risk, high risk.
icy roads. Whoa. Spells game over for a reckless runaway.
Crash, crash, crash.
A robber with a chopper receives an early morning wake-up call.
Go. Stay where you are.
Do what you're told. Get down on the floor now.
And base the muzzle with Nottinghamshire's furriest interceptor.
Mate, you're under arrest. It's moving time.
Day in, day out, the Interceptors tackle crime on the UK's roads.
Straight through the red traffic line.
He's going wrong side of the road.
Protecting the public.
Stand by. Contact with the subject vehicle.
And bringing criminals to justice. But pursuing a speeding car is not an action the police take lightly.
The criminal driving the stolen car couldn't care less about the car they're in or the members of the public they're putting at risk. They'll drive a car up a pavement and the wrong way down a dual carriageway because they don't care. They're simply hell-bent on getting away because they're in a stolen car. Whereas we can't behave like that. We have to take on board, the risk we're taking for ourselves, the person in the stolen car, as well as the members of the public.
It's a frosty night, and on patrol in the unmarked Skoda is Jen Else. Jen's partner in crime fighting won't be feeling the cold as he's sporting a thick shaggy fur coat. A call has come through.
Speed is 30, highway code compliant.
A silver Audi A3 has failed to stop.
Two behind this vehicle now. We're on Kimberley Road, back towards the M1 and 3 Ponds Pub.
That's where we are.
We are just on Kimberley Road now.
Updates on the radio tell Jen that the pursuit is almost on top of her.
NH Foxtrot 28. Right.
Where are they?
6.
Ah, there we go, got it.
Oscar Foxtrot 2 is leaving from Bradford heading towards Gelato.
Jen says that her least favourite subject at school was maths, but you don't need a black belt in algebra to know that 3 interceptors versus 1 runaway Audi stacks the odds firmly in the cops' favour. And those odds are about to get better. Lisa DeSantis and Lewis Marshall are slicing a path through the country's frosty roads to join the pursuit.
James, we're just turning on to Cinder Road now, we're not long.
As Lisa tucks in at the back of the pursuit,
yeah, with the rear of the stick,
they swap places with Jen.
I'm going to pull in front.
We're behind you, mate, now.
Police cars can be easily replaced. Skilled police dogs can't. There's another dog unit at the front of the stack, so Jen's dogs will sit tight. The lead driver is planning to put the stop on at the next junction.
Box on, box off.
Go.
But the Audi driver has a different idea.
It's gone, it's gone, it's gone.
He saw the gap and went for it.
Vehicle's broken out, it's failing to stop.
All bets are off and the Audi driver has opened up the throttle. The roads are covered in patches of icy frost.
Off. Oversteer.
But interceptors are trained to drive safely in all conditions.
That was fun.
Clear offside. They're held, go, go, go.
Come on.
With no regard for public safety, the Audi is flying through red lights.
Clear. Left. Green lights, go.
Come on.
Next, he races past queuing traffic on the wrong side of the road.
High risk, high risk, high risk.
Nottingham streets weren't designed for high-speed chases. But the all-wheel X5 takes the rough with the smooth.
Beam of sound over these bumps, isn't it?
And so is the driver.
Nice drive, Lee. Nice and calm.
You just have to drive, you drive.
Yeah, it's good, mate, it's good.
The Interceptors know how to safely drive their cars at the limit. Safety is the last thing on the Audi driver's mind. Mounting the pavement and recklessly overtaking members of the public, the only thing he's pushing to the limit is his luck.
Speed is now increasing to 80.
And he's just clean run out of that.
Crash, crash, crash.
Get ready to get out. Just watch the dogs, watch the dogs.
Stop still, police! Stop still now!
Dazed and confused, the Audi's passenger is pulled clear of the crash site. But the suspected driver has made a run for it. It's down to Chris and police dog Reno to track down the failed-to-stop fugitive.
Find him! Reno, find him!
Interceptors Jen Else, Lewis Marshall and Lisa DeSantis have been pedal to the metal in pursuit of a runaway Audi. The frantic pursuit ended when the driver fell foul to the icy roads.
Crash, crash, crash.
The passengers have been detained, but the suspected driver made off into a nearby garden. Closely followed by dog officer Chris and police dog Reno.
Gone in the garden.
Reno, in.
Reno, go on, boy!
Stay here, hold that garden. Has he come through?
Watch the dog, watch the dog.
Dogs like Reno have noses 10,000 times as sensitive as ours.
Have we been on top of that shed? I'm not convinced he'd come down off it.
He's not there.
The clock is ticking.
There's no one on there. There's no one on there. He's come over that bit and to there. He's got to come through.
With officers flooding the area, Reno needs to pick up a scent before the scene becomes too confused.
NHB start coordinating with the units, put a general containment task around the property and rear. Dogs just going through gardens.
Out on the street, the wrecked Audi has attracted a crowd of smartphone-wielding onlookers.
I suggest you don't come near this car, you keep your distance.
Jen knows that the crowds will limit the dog's chances of picking up a scent, so she's bringing out reinforcements.
Jen to Chris, I've got Quantum out, so just be aware I'm on the roadside. Into the estate, the other side.
Yes, mate, I've got Reno on a lead. I'm just trying to do the back gardens in case he's going to drop them.
We've managed to detain the passenger, but the driver seems to have made speed into a garden, and from there we can't find him. So we've just got 2 dog mobiles out looking for him and some sort of containment, see if we can locate him. Vehicle's quite ditched as well, so has he got away with any injuries, or is he running around with an injury? We don't know. We don't know, but at least it's come to a conclusion and that he's not harmed anyone else on the streets. We just need to find him, really. So hopefully these pooches will.
Unfortunately, the trail has gone cold.
Where is he? He's likely to be injured as well, isn't he? The problem we've got, there's a lot of people everywhere now, so any tracks we might have had might be ruined now.
The dogs may have drawn a blank, but running the car through the police computer has revealed a name and an address. 1 in 3 smashes occur within 1 mile of the driver's home. This driver has come unstuck, fence jumping a short distance from his front door.
Well, he'll know the area then, won't he?
Well, yeah, that's yeah.
The team are calling off the search.
Hey, good lad, did you try your best? Says get me in this car, I'm thirsty.
The suspected driver has given them the slip this evening. But armed with his home address, the team know it's only a matter of time before he breaks cover.
NH Delta 22.
Delta 22, go ahead.
Just going to try and lap this lad up from his failed stop earlier.
Good evening, that's received, Jen, thanks.
Thank you.
Jen and fellow dog officer Chris are going to cover the back of the house.
We've got the back covered.
2 other units are approaching from the front.
Here is in the address, it's coming to the back.
What do you mean he's coming to the back to where we are?
Yes.
Back door literally just opened and shut, just had it.
The back door's just opened and shut again.
He made one last attempt to dodge the police, but Jen's colleagues jumped in and made the arrest.
Are you injured?
No. I think a bit on his face, a bit of airbag burn.
You'll be lucky to survive that one, buddy. Jen to Chris, we've got him.
The driver and passenger were both arrested for dangerous driving, failing to stop and no insurance. The suspected driver was arrested for driving while disqualified, which may explain why he failed to stop in the first place. Both men are currently released on bail, awaiting further investigation. It's 7 o'clock AM. The tactical support group are getting set to give a dangerous criminal an early morning wake-up call.
If we stop, the house is facing that way.
Yeah, so we'll come from this way.
Yeah.
Heading up today's operation is Sergeant Rich Shaw.
We have a Section 8 PACE warrant in relation to a gentleman that's wanted for armed robbery. There's a series of instances in relation to recent events in Derbyshire and us. And so we're going to seek to arrest him today and search the premises afterwards.
Today's operation is the culmination of a major investigation. A gang of 3 men staged back-to-back armed robberies. The first incident took place at a post office and general store in Derbyshire. Bursting into the shop, a masked gunman puts this elderly customer in a headlock and points his pistol at her head. He then moves to the petrified shopkeeper, jamming the gun into his neck, while his accomplice is wielding a menacing-looking axe. The aim of the raid was to ransack the post office's safe, but discovering this door to be locked, they changed tack and helped themselves to over 1,700 quid's worth of fags before making off in a stolen car driven by the 3rd member of the gang. 20 minutes later, the gang crossed the border into Nottinghamshire and attempted a second robbery at another convenience store. Although the thugs were brandishing a gun and an axe, the shopkeeper resisted the attack and hit the panic button, calling the police. The pair lost their nerve and made off once again in a car driven by the 3rd gang member. The police have already detained the gunman and the getaway driver, and today they're hoping to bring in the Axeman.
We know there's certainly one man at premises. Outside of that, we're not too sure who else is going to be there, so it's going to be rather a dynamic and fluid response when we get there. He's known to the police historically, so we know his behaviour, so we'll just have to wait and see what it's like when we get there. It's on the right here, mate. Yeah, stop here, mate. It's the house just down there.
The aim of the morning raid is to catch the suspect unawares, limiting the time they have to dispose of any evidence.
Go!
The powerful saw slices through the front door like a knife through butter.
Contact!
It looks like the suspect is an early riser.
Stay there, Callum.
Go.
Stay where you are. Stay there. Stay there. No, stay there. Do as you're told.
Half-dressed and jumpy,
And am I being all right with you?
the team wastes no time in getting the suspect cuffed. But the only thing bothering him are his absent incisors.
Right. What clothes? What do you want?
I want my teeth, please. The problem we've got, pal, is if we give them to you and just let you have them in your mouth, you swallow them and start choking. Okay. That's on us, so we're not prepared to do that. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Are those his?
I didn't want him to pop them in and swallow them.
I'm his mum.
You're his mum?
Yeah. Wait, Mum, shut the door.
The man's mother and girlfriend were both fast asleep when the cops came knocking.
One up here, please.
It looks like the man of the house has got some explaining to do.
Hello, where's our lass?
Just here.
She's down there, mate. She's fine. Okay? All right.
Kiss quick, babe.
Romantic encounters will have to wait.
Right. Callum, you're going to be arrested for 2 offences, all right?
Go on.
First one's armed robbery at 4 minutes past 6 on the 21st of November this year at Nicer Stores, Littlemore Lane, Alfton, Derbyshire, okay?
Yeah.
And the second offence is an attempt armed robbery at 6:30 hours on the 21st of November at Skegby, Mini Market.
Yeah, Sam.
So we'll organise some transport for you, my friend. I know you want your teeth. What's the other thing?
Can you just tell our lass to come in and I'll tell her everything?
Right, mate. I can do that, no problem.
The man is already on licence for a previous offence, but he seems more concerned about his bare feet.
I'm not bothered about the recall. I'll ride the recall, but I need trainers. Listen, I've got about a numerous amount of trainers. You can pick one that don't match the description in a burger or whatever.
Well, again, but we won't be able to do that here, will we? We're going to search the place, and when that's complete, we're not taking all your trainers, I don't suppose. But when that's complete, you'll be able to get some kit.
You're not taking all my trainers.
If the information we're given says we want all trainers, then unfortunately we'll have to take all trainers, won't we?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, the man is heading to Nottingham Nick minus his front teeth and his favourite footwear. It's time for phase 2 of the operation. The police have intelligence that links the suspect with the robberies, but now they need to find some hard evidence.
So we're looking at in relation to items connected to the offences. So we're looking at clothing, footwear, an axe and a gun.
The man's beloved shoe collection is photographed and bagged up.
Lovely. Let's get the tread, mate. Tread for us. Yeah.
Like a giant fingerprint, a trainer's tread pattern can be used to locate a suspect at the scene of a crime. Outside, officers are giving this car the once-over. The glove box is full of gloves, and the back seat is full of cigarettes.
A shopping bag of fags and tobacco.
The first raid in Derbyshire saw the gang making off with a bin load full of stolen fags. So this haul is a great find. The search of the shed has also proved fruitful.
What we'd refer to as deal bags. Scales, a little bit of white powder, which I suspect is probably coke in there. So this has obviously been a stash at some stage.
The drugs and cigarettes are key evidence, but there's one other item the cops are keen to locate.
We're still missing his phone. As always, mobile phones and SIM cards and phone-associated items. We had a bit of time in the house, so I've no guarantee that he hasn't put that phone where it will come out in a couple of days' time.
Thankfully, they won't have to rummage through the suspect's morning motions. The search team have uncovered not one, but 2 hidden phones.
Just been searching the sofa and recovered a iPhone at the back of the sofa, which I suspect to be belonging to the chap who was arrested earlier by ourselves, which is one key bit of evidence we need.
And the team have made another find. To a terrified shop owner, this replica pistol could look identical to the real deal.
Really good result. We've arrested the third suspect at the property. We've recovered from the house a BB gun, which looks very similar to a realistic pistol. We've recovered phones and some drugs from the dress, so a really good result in relation to that as well.
Following an intense investigation, the three men stood trial for multiple armed robberies. The ringleader who held the gun to the lady's head was sent to prison for 13 years and 8 months. The getaway driver was sentenced to 4 years and 8 months, while the axe-wielding toothless wonder was sentenced to 6 years and 8 months. Still to come.
You got any cannabis? No.
The damaging effect of cannabis use on your short-term memory.
Is that the sense console there?
Right, it's yours.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you remembered it's yours, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Can't get round.
And why a police pursuit isn't the best way to test your new motor.
You're out. Oh,
shit.
Do you know what you should have done? You should have stopped where you was.
It's midday, and Katie Eustace and her partner are out on patrol in the unmarked BMW.
Day shifts are hard work because I don't like getting up that early. And they can be a bit quite steady to start off with because most of our customers seem to enjoy lying, like I do. But they can be a bit dry, shall we say. Don't want to say the quit word because that'll be cursing it.
Superstitions aside, quiet days are few and far between for the Notts Interceptors.
Had a quick look around the park and ride, it's not there.
A car with a drugs marker has just flashed up on a nearby camera.
Oh, it's there in the traffic. It says, ready.
NH, we've got a vehicle 5 cars in front of us. It's pinged AMPR. It's well-known drugs dealing, failed to stop for police, and potentially no licence as the driver. Can I pass your details?
No matter who's driving it, if a car is known to be used by drug dealers in the past, then the Interceptors make it their business to check it out.
It's one male driver, just held at traffic lights at the minute with Alfreton Road.
The car has previously been involved in a police chase, so the plan is to hang back until other units can join them.
We've got one vehicle for cover, NH, just for your info, we're an unmarked BMW, advanced driver, advanced vehicle, T-Pack and Stinger.
Katie is hoping that her unmarked Beamer will allow them to follow unnoticed.
Let's try and get around this.
At a glance, this Corsa looks like a regular family runaround. But this is the VXR spec, which means it's got the legs to keep up with an Interceptor.
Manner of driving is very good. I don't believe he's aware of our presence.
Another Intercept unit has joined them, so they're ready to put in the stop.
We're going down to one lane. I think we'll get through this. You can come behind it.
I think he might know.
I think he's probably testing us a little bit.
If I come round and go in front of him.
The plan is to make their move as the Corsa slows for the upcoming roundabout.
I don't think he knows we're in it.
We'll put it on now then.
Okay.
The Corsa driver has dodged the Beamer and floored it.
Can't get round.
The marked Volvo is blocking the VXR, forcing it into a right-hand junction. A little tactical contact, and it's game over.
Hands where I can see them. He's got his hands up, keys are out, engine's off.
Got the keys, mate.
Alright, fella, you come out.
Hello. The guy
Just
told
brought
me
your car. What's your name, mad up?
Daniel, the guy told me that...
Daniel, what I'm going to do...
Let me just quickly tell you, the guy told me before I brought this car,
Yeah.
he told me that he was in a chase.
Right.
So, he gave me for 1,300.
Right.
The man has just bought the car, but that's not the only thing he's recently picked up.
I've got a knife on me.
You've got a knife on
But
you?
I've only just got the car, so that's why I brought the knife on, because he told me that
Right.
he was in a chase.
He says he bought the knife as protection because the car has been in a police chase. Well, it's been in two now.
Show me where your knife is.
Brought it yesterday.
Whereabouts is it?
Yeah. Never been used.
In this pocket? That knife here?
Yeah.
So you're under arrest for possession of your knife, all right? So you don't have to say anything.
I just brought that yesterday though.
No matter when he bought it, a lock knife is classed as an offensive weapon.
This man is 3'5" by me. He's got a knife in his pocket.
No, I literally just brought the knife.
The penalty for carrying an illegal weapon such as this can be up to 4 years in prison.
Wait, let me see if I can speak.
But this fella's more concerned about the state of his new motor.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Do you know what you should have done? You should have stopped where you was. I'm going to sit in the back of our car, Doc, all right?
What?
We'll get your car recovered and I'll give you details of where you can get it.
Okay, cool.
All right, we'll sit in the back of it.
Katie now needs to check out the driver's licence and insurance.
What's your date of birth?
1999.
They're struggling to find an insurance policy that matches his name and date of birth.
You're the name driver of Joseph, but with the date of birth of 89.
It's Joseph.
Yeah.
What's my middle name?
I know, that's what I'm thinking. So it's either a typo.
It's probably a typo. More like...
Have you got your documents anywhere in the car?
Yeah.
Hot hatches like this Corsa VXR carry hefty insurance premiums. If the driver were 10 years older, he'd receive a favourable discount.
I don't know.
So it's 10 years difference?
Wait, what do you mean 10 years difference?
So it's 89, not 99.
89?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
My colleague will run it through.
I knew I shouldn't have bought this car.
Do you know when someone says, we've had a bit of a chase in it and they've sold it dead cheap? I'd say alarm bells might ring there for me and I'd go, maybe I wouldn't buy this car. Yeah. But then what I'd do, I'd pull over when police got behind me.
No, but I thought, you know what, I don't want to pull over here because there's too much traffic. Yeah. I want to pull over somewhere where it's no key.
Now at middle at A610.
Now we are, yeah, come on.
The driver's desire to find a secluded parking spot has resulted in a trashed motor and a trip to the Nick.
What I've agreed to do is we're going to arrest him because we know who he is, we can confirm his identity. I'm going to deal with him tomorrow, interview him at the police station tomorrow and process him in relation to the knife and for the failing to stop for the police. But he can make his own way home without his car because we're seizing that. He can't have that back.
The driver was reported for possession of the knife, failing to stop and driving without insurance. He's currently awaiting his day in court. Drugs are a plague on the community, so Nottinghamshire's Interceptors target areas that are known hotspots for dealing.
Joe, are you coming out now? Lad walking on the offside on Wolves Road. Just have a look at him. He looks a bit like him, but I don't think it is.
Regularly patrolling the same areas allows Sergeant Steve King to quickly spot the people involved in the community's drug activity.
It is a lot about just recognising people and being up to date with the intelligence about who's doing what, really.
12 years on the force, Steve's proudest moment was when his son saw him at work. This pair seem less happy to see the Sarge. As soon as he passes them, they leg it in the opposite direction.
Two runners from the top of Crew Close took the first right. I'm not sure where that's going to bring them out. It's next street up along Hartley.
Another unit is nearby, so Steve is guiding them in.
Two young black males.
Second-guessing their next move, Steve whips all 230 of the Volvo's horses into a gallop.
Addington Road, got one here. Stand still, mate. Hands out your pockets.
What have I done?
You're detained, mate.
For what?
For a drug search.
What?
You're detained for a drug search.
Why?
Because intelligence suggests you're dealing drugs. You just ran from me as well.
This wasn't one of the lads Steve originally saw, but he was running from the same direction.
I ain't done nothing, bro.
Why are you running them?
Because you got said that you're after me.
Right. Why would we be after you?
Huh?
Steve keeps his colleagues updated on the other two lads.
Yeah, the last, if you come to the Addington Road, they're still here, but they're paying attention to me now, so they've obviously dumped whatever they had.
I ain't done nothing. I'll tell you if I done something, bro.
Right, would you? It's these two on your right here, so if you go around to Crewe, they'll hopefully cut through. They're running now, back your way. I'm going to pop out in front of you in a moment.
The lads are running away from Steve, straight towards the second unit.
One of them's on your right there. One of you grab this one on the right. Michelle.
I ain't selling no drugs, bro.
That's it. We've got one of them. Second one, Joe's after.
The lad that Steve has detained isn't just familiar to the police, he's also attracted the attention of the smartphone paparazzi.
We've had you for selling drugs before, haven't we, mate?
But I've stopped for
Right, okay.
officer.
Yes,
That's
mate.
my mum. I don't sell drugs, mate.
Well, you're loitering with the same lads who clearly are doing. You stink of cannabis as well, I can tell you. So jump out, mate. I'll give you a search now. We've got that sorted.
You got one spliff, have you?
Yeah, I'm not
Right, so let me just explain some stuff. You're detained under Section 23 and Misuse of Drugs Act.
Yeah, where's the cannabis?
In that pocket there.
Okay, right. Anything else?
No, I don't have nothing else.
Okay, mate.
The lad says he's given up his old ways, and with good reason too.
I just had a son yesterday.
Have you? Congratulations, mate.
That's right. This lad is a dad.
How old are you now?
I'm only 17.
You're
Just
17.
No weed, that's all I got.
Right.
I'm not selling good officer, I will tell you. You know I don't like.
How much cash you got?
£40, that's it.
What's that for?
My mum gave me that.
All right. You got another spliff here, have you?
Yeah, that's it.
Sound.
Take it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Dude, just do me a favour, just sit there then.
As he has 3 bags of cannabis on him, Steve wants the lad to come to the station for an interview. But because he's just 17, the new dad's mum will have to come along as well.
Hello, it's Sergeant King calling from Notts Police. He's got a little bit of cannabis on him. Would you be able to bring him to a police station for us to give him a quick interview? It's not going to take long. Okay, I'll send him home now then if you're all right with that. Cheers, bye.
Mum's got her hands full, but she's promised to bring him in at a later date.
She wants you to go home now, yeah? If we see you back out again, then you'll probably get a dispersal notice to go back in, all right? He's got 3 bags of cannabis on him, since he's a heavy cannabis user, so he'll be dealt with next week for that. One of the other 2 got caught, the other one's disappeared into gardens, unfortunately, but they'll come again. They're well known to us, all of them, and as you've sort of seen, all of their mates all turn up to have a bit of a glare as well, so I'm sure we'll encounter them again later on.
Later in the day, the unit are back on patrol.
I got the VRM, just remind us what sort of car it is. Blue Seat Leon. Oh, there's a blue Leon. Is it that light coloured blue?
Steve's just spotted a car with a drugs and knife marker.
Yeah, received. We're behind it. Ronald Street now, junction of Ilkeston Road.
Although it's the car that's got the markers and not the occupants, for security, Steve is guiding in the other unit.
It's committed Ilkeston Road, outbound. I'll go for a stop just up here then. Yes, stop, Ilkeston Road. Other cars with me. Hey up, you alright? How you doing? I'm alright. Remind me your name again, mate.
Steve has stopped the driver before, and the passenger...
Oh yeah, it's you. You again.
...is very familiar.
Thought you were going home.
I've just come off my mum.
The brand new dad still hasn't got round to checking in on his newborn son.
Smell the weed already, guys.
I had 3 bags off of him about 2 hours ago.
Can be detained for a search of the misuse.
Yeah, same for you, mate. Yeah, you understand. Just pop your hands out in front of you, dude. You got attenuation nav?
No.
No? Any cannabis?
No.
No? Anything in the car?
No.
The driver's happy to answer Steve's questions, but his mate has had enough police attention for one day.
Told me twice a day, bro.
I have, yeah, but you had cannabis and you stinks cannabis again, mate.
I just come out. You told my cannabis off me, man.
It's not, doesn't mean you've not got any more, does it? No weapons or anything, mate? No? Okay.
The driver's adamant that he hasn't got any cannabis.
Say that again, mate.
Why does the car smell so much of cannabis then if you ain't got any?
Well, people be smoking
Right,
all the
just
time.
bring around, face me. You got underneath your t-shirt?
The sensor on sale there.
It's not mine.
Not yours?
No.
You need to keep this, bear in mind, you need to keep it simple and straightforward and not make this any more complicated than it
If it's
needs to
yours,
be.
right, it's yours.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
mate,
remembered
right.
it's yours, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Pop over here, mate. Just jump in this car.
The driver appears to have forgotten all about the bag of cannabis tucked away in his dashboard.
Just grab a seat. It's not the end of what you've been. I take you've been in trouble for cannabis and stuff before, have you?
Yeah. But the Interceptors have an uncanny ability to sniff out long-forgotten stashes.
Another bag in the driver's footwell. Is that yours as well? Is it?
Before he can decide on the penalty, Steve checks out the driver's history.
So he's got no convictions. Is that what you're saying? Youth caution 2016. Let's see. See you later. Cheers, mate. See you in a bit. The driver's being interviewed for possession of cannabis. He appears he's eligible for cannabis warning, so he'll be, which is first offence for cannabis as an adult, so he's going to be given a warning. Cannabis received, seized and destroyed, and he'll more than likely come again, I'm sure. See you in a bit.
This lad's not had the luckiest day, but this time it was his ride to the shops that he was caught in possession.
He can't help himself today. He's got nothing on him this time because he's quite upset that we took his cannabis earlier, so he's on his way again now.
The driver received a cannabis warning, which will be taken into consideration if he is caught in possession of the drug again. The new dad attended the police station for a formal interview, and the baby's mother sentenced him to overnight nappy duties for the next 12 months. Still to come.
Please, doctor, please, dog. Get on the floor now.
Coops and Rambo serve up justice.
Mate, you're under arrest. It's maybe time.
And geography lessons.
Rest here, please. You rest here, please. You love it, ain't you? Try Nottinghamshire. Yeah.
Dogs may be a man's best friend, but they're a criminal's worst nightmare.
We've got dogs deployed. Dog's got one.
A sense of smell 100,000 times greater than our own allows them to expertly sniff out people, firearms and drugs. While the threat of their powerful bite is enough to stop even the toughest criminals.
Keep your hands up! On the floor!
Wait.
It's Friday night in Nottingham, and James Coupland is on patrol in the unmarked Skoda VRS.
Those on 2NH. Got officers travelling to Gordon Road on State 5.
Locked up in the back is Coop's partner. Thankfully, Rambo is 85 pounds of German Shepherd, so he doesn't mind.
Pass me details and description, please. I'm a mile away.
Coops decided to name his dog after his favourite action movie. Rambo should be grateful Coops didn't choose his favourite Bond villain instead. An incident is in progress.
Yeah, received. Should he be there?
A man has breached his restraining order and is attempting to force his way into his ex-partner's home.
We're going to a domestic. Ex-partner's released from prison yesterday. He's kicked the fence and he's climbed into the back gate. But we've got no details yet.
Restraining orders are often issued to protect the victims of domestic abuse. Sadly, around a third result in further convictions for breaching the conditions. As Coops approaches the address, the man who put in the 999 call is waiting for him.
Where? Should he be here or not?
No, he's not.
Has he damaged anything?
Yeah, by the looks of it,
The suspect has made off. The clock's ticking. If Coops is going to find him, he needs to act fast.
Excuse me, sir. Have you seen a male all in black bald head running past here at any point?
No, well, I've just come down. I'll be right back.
Right.
I saw it.
Okay, nice one. Cheers, sir. Thank you.
Another unit has arrived.
Do you know who it is?
Coops needs to set Rambo's highly trained nose to work.
He's wanted, yeah?
It's going to be high risk, whatever.
The suspect might be dangerous, so Coops will be glad to have Rambo by his side.
Steady, steady. Hey, come here.
The pair head off in search of the suspect.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Rambo has locked onto a scent, but he's also been locked in the back of the van.
Have a piss.
Comfort break over.
Yes, yes.
Rambo sniffs out the suspect.
Where is he? Mate, please stop through the police dog. Get on the floor now. Do as you're told. Get on the floor now. Get on the floor now. Do as you're told. Get down on the floor now. Get down on the floor. Mate, you're under arrest at this moment in time. Male detained. Keep your hands where I can see him, pal. Mate, don't come near the dog or he'll bite you.
I'm walking down the road.
Coops has got his hands full, so he can't cuff the suspect. But he's not planning on running anytime soon.
Mate, just ignore the dog. Listen to me.
I'm walking down the road.
Listen to me, you're under arrest, mate, all right? Looking for your ex-missus.
I'm walking down the road.
But I'm not going to talk to you about it when you're drunk, all right?
Even from 6 foot away, Coops can smell that the man has been drinking heavily.
I'm not running around.
I think you've damaged something in there as well, haven't you?
I don't sniff it.
Mate, just put your hands behind your back for me.
Good.
And just hold them there.
I don't sniff it.
Just hold them there, mate, all right?
Backup has finally arrived.
His hands are in his back. He's absolutely hammered, so don't push him over when you're handcuffing him, because he's hammered.
I ain't hammered.
Your arms there for me, mate, yeah?
I ain't hammered. I ain't done nothing wrong.
I think you've had a bit of a shandy or two, haven't you?
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah, there we go.
Having only just got out of prison, the man isn't happy to be back in cuffs.
Feel like I've done something wrong, ain't I?
Listen, don't start mouthing off and swearing now.
Let's share please, let's share please. You love it, ain't you?
Try Nottinghamshire.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I ain't going back to prison.
Probably.
No, I won't. Prove it, Ed. Prove it. Prove it, shit, Ed. No, hopefully it's nothing.
Thanks to Rambo's super sniffing skills, the man is detained and headed straight to custody.
Imagine that without the dog and just another police officer. He could have ran, he could have fought, so it just takes that all out of it. And predominantly he was out of prison yesterday. He's obviously got little to no regard for the criminal justice system. He's come straight back out, breached his restraining order within 24 hours. So he's probably and hopefully going back, like I said to him.
A quick look at his ex-partner's house proves the man wasn't just out for an evening stroll.
There's kick marks there. Well, he's kicked it open, and here we go. Look, here's the broken window. But he's obviously gone straight out and damaged his gate as well. Look, so yeah, I'm chuffed with that. I'm really chuffed with it. Whoa.
As James predicted, after tasting just 1 day of freedom, the man went straight back to prison. He pleaded guilty to breaching his restraining order and criminal damage, and got 6 months at Her Majesty's pleasure.
Finish, good. Yeah, he's a nasty dog, isn't he? Yes, he is. We got a nasty dog. Good boy. Good lad.
Xin chào các bé yêu. Vậy là cô trò mình lại tiếp tục gặp nhau đúng không nhỉ? Hôm nay thì chúng mình sẽ học sang một kiến thức mới nhé. Buổi hôm nay thì cô sẽ giới thiệu cho chúng mình biết đâu là dấu cộng này, được chưa? Đâu là dấu trừ và đâu là dấu bằng, nhớ không nhỉ? Bây giờ chúng mình cùng nhìn cho cô nhé. Nhìn lên trên bảng này. Đây, cô có một chiếc dấu như thế này. Đây người ta gọi là dấu cộng nhé. Dấu cộng là được kết hợp bằng hai đường thẳng cắt nhau và vuông góc với nhau này. Các bạn nhìn thấy chưa? Bây giờ cô sẽ cùng nói cho chúng mình biết tính chất của dấu cộng nha. Đây này, bạn dấu cộng bạn ấy tự giới thiệu về mình nhé. Chúng mình cùng nghe bài giới thiệu của bạn nào. Tôi là dấu cộng. Tôi làm cho mọi thứ ngày càng nhiều hơn, được chưa? Đấy, bây giờ qua đây thì chúng mình có thể hiểu được tính chất của dấu cộng chưa? Tức là khi mà mình làm một phép toán liên quan đến dấu cộng ấy, thì tức là kết quả sẽ tăng lên, đúng không? Đúng rồi, kết quả sẽ tăng lên, sẽ nhiều thêm, đúng không? Cô ví dụ này, bây giờ nhá, cô có một trái táo này, xong là cô có một người bạn nữa này, cho cô thêm 3 trái táo nữa. Tức là số lượng táo của cô sẽ nhiều lên hay là ít đi nhỉ? À đúng rồi, số lượng táo của cô sẽ nhiều lên, đúng không? Vậy thì đó chính là tính chất của phép cộng đấy. Tức là cô sẽ lấy một trái táo này và cộng thêm với 2 trái táo mà bạn cô cho, đúng không? Thế là cô sẽ được 3 trái táo, chính xác. Bây giờ nhá, chúng mình sẽ cùng sang dấu trừ này. Đây chính là dấu trừ. Dấu trừ sẽ được cấu tạo bởi một nét thẳng nằm ngang nhé, được chưa? Chúng mình cùng nghe dấu trừ giới thiệu về bản thân này. Tôi là dấu trừ. Tôi làm cho mọi thứ ngày càng ít đi, được chưa? Tức là khi mình làm một việc gì đó liên quan đến dấu trừ ấy, thì tức là cái kết quả mà mình nhận được sẽ ít đi, đúng không? Giảm dần này. Bây giờ cô lại ví dụ này. Cô có tổng cộng 3 trái táo nhé. Và cô cho bạn của cô 2 trái này. Thì bây giờ cô sẽ chỉ còn bao nhiêu trái nhỉ? À, còn 1 trái thôi, đúng không? Bởi vì cô đã chia bớt cho bạn rồi, tức là cô đã trừ phần của mình đi, đúng không? Đúng rồi, cô sẽ lấy 3 trái trừ đi 2 thì chỉ còn 1 thôi này, đúng chưa? Các bạn đã hiểu về dấu trừ chưa nhỉ? Tiếp nữa là dấu bằng nhé. Dấu bằng được cấu tạo bởi 2 đường thẳng này, 2 nét thẳng song song với nhau này, ok chưa? Đây chính là dấu bằng. Bây giờ chúng mình cùng nghe dấu bằng giới thiệu này. Tôi là dấu bằng. Tôi làm cho bên trái bằng với bên phải. Dấu bằng nói như nào nhỉ? Dấu bằng chính là việc đây chính là công cụ để biểu thị kết quả đấy. Ví dụ như là nhé, bây giờ cô sẽ có 3 trái táo này, được chưa? 3 trái táo mà bạn cô cho thêm 2 trái nữa, tức là cô đã cộng vào, đúng không? Và đây chính là dấu bằng này. Kết quả của dấu bằng là, kết quả của việc này chính là dấu bằng là cô sẽ có bao nhiêu? À, 5 trái táo, đúng chưa? Bây giờ chúng mình đã hiểu tính chất của 3 dấu này chưa nhỉ? Đúng rồi. Vậy thì chúng mình sẽ cùng nhau tiến hành like video và subscribe kênh nhá. Xin chào các bé yêu. Hôm nay chúng mình sẽ lại tiếp tục gặp nhau, đúng không nhỉ? Và chúng mình sẽ cùng nhau tìm hiểu những kiến thức mới và các bài tập mới nhé. Như bài hôm trước thì chúng mình đã cùng nhau học về dấu cộng này, dấu trừ và dấu bằng. Và chúng mình đã học đếm số lượng này, được chưa? Rồi làm các bài toán có liên quan đến các dấu này rồi nhá. Được chưa? Và hôm nay thì cô sẽ lại giới thiệu cho chúng mình thêm kiến thức mới này. Đó chính là dấu lớn hơn và dấu nhỏ hơn. Được chưa? Bây giờ nhá, chúng mình sẽ cùng nhau nhận biết dấu lớn hơn nhé. Đây này, khi mà chúng mình viết dấu lớn hơn này thì tức là chiếc mũi của nó nhé. Chiếc mũi của nó sẽ hướng về bên phải. Chúng mình phải nhận biết này, dấu sẽ có dấu mà có chiếc mũi này, dấu như này mà có chiếc mũi tiến về hướng bên phải, tức là hướng về bên phải thì sẽ là dấu lớn, được chưa? Dấu lớn hơn. Còn dấu mà có chiếc mũi hướng về bên trái như này, có chiếc mũi nhọn này hướng về bên trái thì đấy chính là dấu nhỏ hơn nhé. Bây giờ chúng mình sẽ cùng nghe hai bạn dấu này giới thiệu về mình nào. Bây giờ chúng mình cùng theo dõi bạn này trước nha. Bạn này sẽ là bạn gì nhỉ? À, dấu lớn hơn đúng không? Nào, bạn giới thiệu này. tôi là dấu lớn hơn. Số bên trái tôi lớn hơn số bên phải. Số bên trái lớn hơn số bên phải nhé. Chúng mình sẽ lấy ví dụ này. Đây chính là bên trái của bạn đúng không? Bên trái của bạn và đây là bên phải của bạn đúng không? Đúng rồi, chúng mình sẽ thấy được rằng này, số bên trái khi mà có một dấu này mà hiển thị trong một phép tính hay là một ví dụ nào đó ấy, thì chúng mình sẽ tự hiểu rằng là vế bên trái của bạn này, bên này sẽ lớn hơn vế bên này, được chưa? Đúng rồi. Và bây giờ chúng mình sẽ cùng nhau tìm hiểu sang dấu này, người ta gọi là dấu gì? À, dấu nhỏ hơn đúng không? Mình cùng xem bạn dấu nhỏ hơn giới thiệu gì về mình nhá. Tôi là dấu nhỏ hơn này. Số bên trái của tôi nhỏ hơn số bên phải. Đâu là bên trái của bạn này nhỉ? À, đây chính là bên trái của bạn này, được chưa? Số bên này, bên trái của bạn sẽ luôn luôn nhỏ hơn số bên phải của bạn này. Ok chưa? Vậy là chúng mình đã hiểu và nhận biết được dấu lớn hơn và dấu nhỏ hơn chưa nhỉ? Đấy, chúng mình phải nhớ thật kỹ cho cô nhé. Chiếc dấu mà có mũi nhọn hướng sang bên phải nó sẽ là dấu lớn hơn, được chưa? Còn chiếc dấu mà có phần mũi nhọn này hướng sang bên trái thì đó chính là dấu nhỏ hơn, chính xác chưa? Dấu lớn hơn thì sẽ thể hiện một điều rằng vế bên trái sẽ lớn hơn vế bên phải đúng không? Đúng rồi. Và dấu nhỏ hơn sẽ thể hiện một điều là vế bên trái sẽ nhỏ hơn vế bên phải. Hai dấu này sẽ trái ngược với nhau đúng không? Vậy thì bây giờ chúng mình sẽ phải về nhá, ôn tập thật kỹ hai dấu này. Vì hai dấu này rất dễ nhầm lẫn này, được chưa? Đấy, và bây giờ chúng mình sẽ cùng nhau tiến hành like video này và đăng ký kênh nhé.